What's up, Cashflow Tactics? Hey, it's Ryan and Jimmy today coming at you with the financial freedom formula. Guys, we're excited because what we share with you is a step-by-step solution for how you can achieve and live the life that you love today with a financial plan that supports it. So, Jimmy, you want to say anything about what we got going on today?
Yeah, we've been vacationing and we've been lazy on putting content out. So I'm excited to get back in it and get this mind map finished.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've been kind of going around. And if you haven't watched the videos on how to do that, go right down here to step number 4. And we've recorded a couple videos where we show you how to use the cash flow banking system to fund a lifestyle, right? To take vacations, to travel with your family. I shared a video in there how it saved my marriage, and quite literally it did. So go watch some of the videos in there. But what we're going to be today, we're going to be in step number 2, the black box, the investing strategies of the wealthy. Now, the reason this is relevant and important to you is there's a big discrepancy out there, right? What most people are doing with their financial plan, it's not working, right? And Jimmy and I were just having a conversation about this. The financial advice that people are giving and taking and acting on, it's not working. So how can we continue to do the same things over and over and expect a different result? So step number 1 shows you what's not working. Step number 2 is showing you what is working. And there are some true principles that are time-tested and proven that will show you how to build wealth no matter what economy you find yourself in. All right, so we're going to jump in to you know what? I think we're up here at the top, right? Is that where we're at? We're still on step number 1. All right, we're step number 1. Sorry, we're not going into the black box secrets. We're going to go a little bit further in the problem, right? So how the looming tax disaster will destroy your retirement. Jimmy, you're the one that brings this up quite a bit. Out of all the favorite people that you have in the world, where does the IRS fit on your barometer there?
I think they participate in legalized theft.
All right, so why don't you clarify that a little bit more? How are they legally stealing money from you and I, and everyone, actually?
If I just punched you in the face and took 30% of the cash you had on you, what would that be?
That would be theft, illegal theft.
What if I said I was going to give it to the underprivileged?
That would be legal if you were the government.
Yeah. But is it still theft even if I give it away to somebody who's having a tough day?
Still theft for sure.
Well, if someone with a government badge does it, it's all of a sudden called taxes. It's not called theft anymore.
You got it.
And then I was in the military. West Point was a Revolutionary War fort, and so I have a very detailed knowledge of the Revolutionary War. And those dudes fought the biggest empire on earth for a 6% consumption tax.
Yes.
So I think they'd be pretty disappointed in what we pay for taxes.
What we've become. I mean, that was the precipice that launched everything in the Revolutionary War, for sure. And what have we become now? And this is actually a really good lead-in. First, we're going to give you a little bit of a disclaimer here, right? And disclaimer number 1, we are not your CPA, right? So this is not to be construed as specific tax advice. So that's disclaimer number 1.
We actually know how to make money. We are not accountants.
You got it.
Accountant, do not go to your accountant for advice. Just go to him for your numbers. Make sure he makes your numbers correct, and then you don't get advice from your accountant. That's all I'm saying.
You got it. Now, disclaimer number 2 is we're going to legally and ethically show you how to use the tax code in your favor to pay less, if not zero, in taxes, right? And if that does not resonate with you, then you should probably turn this portion of the webinar off. Go pay taxes. This doesn't fit some people's paradigm. So what we're going to show you is your CPA.
Yeah, because once they have your money, they're very efficient with it, and it really doesn't go to line their pockets. It really goes to help less fortunate people.
You got it. Yep, you got it. See if we can do this here. All right,
Can I tell a quick story, Ryan?
What's that?
Can I tell a quick story about my W-2 days?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, we talked about marriages and how financial freedom definitely helps marriages. What finally got me to take serious action in real estate to mitigate my tax burden is we had 3 kids in 3 years, and I'm yelling at my wife that she's spending too much. She's buying in Missouri, it's called Deerberg's. It's the high-end grocery store. And I'm looking at the receipt being look at what we're spending on diapers. You should be going to the low-end grocery store and getting the bad diapers, even though they're going to get rashes. It'll be more work for you. But then she's finally hey, dude, our greatest single expense in our lifetime is taxes. Why don't you get to work on that?
That is awesome that came from your wife.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, I see a bunch of people out there like counting pennies, but they completely ignore their tax bill.
You got it. They're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies for sure, and that really is it. And here's the interesting thing. I think this came from Andy Tanner, who we both kind of follow. He wrote a book called 401 Chaos, and we've included a link in this Financial Freedom Formula to get that book. But in his book, he talks about the IRS. No, you know what? This actually came from Tom Wheelwright. And in Tom Wheelwright's book, he talks about the IRS using the tax code as a way to incentivize behavior. And if you look at the tax code in its comprehension, it's like 1,000 pages long, right? The first 9 or 10 pages are written for the W-2 wage earners. And there is very little you can do in that category to minimize your tax. But all the rest of the tax code is written literally to tell you how you cannot pay tax legally and ethically, and the IRS is using the tax code kind of as a magic wand to incentivize behavior. And that's really all we're showing you here. This pop quiz, you know, what do Martha Stewart, Wesley Snipes, Nicolas Cage all have in common? Okay, what do you think that might be? And what they all have in common, let's see if I can get our little thing to work here, is they all have in common that the fact that they were evading tax. So this is not about evading tax. This is about legally and ethically using the tax code to your advantage. And this right here is probably my favorite video that I've ever seen. I'm going to share this with you on this right here. And guys, if you want this financial freedom formula, text cash flow to 797979. But this video, Donald Trump, when he was in what do they call them, the debates before he was elected president, you know, what's her name? What was the other name?
Hillary
Clinton. Yeah, she was always beating him up about him being a businessman and not paying taxes. And there was one video clip that we're gonna play this. All right, so Donald Trump. Let's see if we can get this to go. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton blasting Donald Trump.
Coming to this event has really committed me to say, you know what? You don't have to settle.
There we go. All right, Donald Trump, tell us about it. Here we go. Oh, it's thinking. All right, so Hillary Clinton's
Maybe he doesn't want the American people, all of you watching tonight, to know that he's paid nothing in federal taxes, because the only years that anybody's ever seen were a couple of years when he had to turn them over to state authorities when he was trying to get a casino license, and they showed he didn't pay any federal income tax. So
that makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid zero, that means zero. So
that makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid zero income tax. So
that makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid
all right, so guys, if you don't get the point there, what we're showing you to do is we're showing you to use the tax code as the wealthy use it to pay literally zero in taxes. And there's a formula to do that. We've taken a little bit of time talking about it on this.
Hey, Ryan, I'm going to interrupt you real quick, but another financial planner sent me Bernie's tax return, Hillary's tax return, and this is a video idea. We need to do a video like pay taxes like a socialist.
Okay.
But all of them have significant investments in life insurance.
You got it. And that's the crazy part. What we're told to do by the financial gurus out there, by the media, is the exact opposite of what most people are doing. Donald Trump is a self-made, I don't know, millionaire, billionaire, and it's because he's using the tax code as a way to incentivize him to do certain things and keep more of his money. And if you think paying taxes is patriotic, this goes back to what you said there in the beginning, Jimmy. Anyone may arrange his affairs. This was by a federal court's justice who came out talking about what the tax code is really meant to do. So anyone may arrange his affairs so that his taxes shall be as low as possible. He is not bound to choose that pattern which best pays the treasury. There is not even a patriotic duty to increase one's taxes. So this whole idea, this whole socialistic idea that we're supposed to pay taxes and we're supposed to give our money to the government and they're benevolently going to do what's right for all of us, it doesn't work, it's not working, and it actually kills the very foundation that our governments and our Constitution was founded on. So, Jimmy, anything you want to say to end this video out, and we'll go into the formula a little bit more on the next one.
Yeah, I just got finished reading The Creature from Jekyll Island, and this is going to get probably a little too far down the libertarian rat hole, but the tax dollars they extract from the populace does nothing to pay for the federal bills or the federal debt.
Yeah.
They just print money. They could run the government, do everything they're doing by printing money. Granted, that would cause inflation, and it's the silent tax on everyone. But I I'm reading Creature from Jekyll Island, and I'm just like, this is just a mechanism of control. And I would just remember, taxes are your greatest single lifetime expense.
Absolutely.
So I don't cut coupons. Don't go to the cheapest grocery store. Work on mitigating your largest lifetime expense.
And that was the advice from your wife that changed your marriage, right? Shifted everything around.
Not only advice, but she wanted me to get off her back about bitching about the grocery bill. So I apologize to our audience if I went too far down the libertarian rat hole today, but
hey,
it is what it is.
We are talking about taxes. So guys, we're gonna go a little bit deeper down the tax hole next time on the next video. But guys, as you can see, we dump a lot of information, content, links, and information into this financial freedom formula. It's a 4-step formula that you can follow to know what not to do and then what to do to achieve financial freedom. And at the end of the day, ask yourself this one question: why does money matter to you? Right? It's not about having a bunch of money in some financial vehicle. It's about the lifestyle and the freedom that it affords you. And Jimmy, that's how you started off this webinar. You've been out traveling, having a great time because you've structured your finances to facilitate a lifestyle. And that's what we're sharing with you guys. So if you want a copy of this financial freedom formula, text cash flow, one word, to 797979. Guys, join us on the next video.